Magic the Gathering Online Championship Series August Modern Playoffs Quarterfinals 2 between TiuTang Clan and Mr. Automatic. TiuTang Clan is playing a standard affinity list featuring 9 playsets of the core components. Arcbound Ravager and Cranial Plating once again make up the scariest portion of this brutal deck. Mr. Automatic is playing a deck you might be familiar with from Modern of old, Bant Eldrazi. This deck plays cheap, large, efficient creatures that act as both removal and huge damage output. Mr. Automatic is on the play for Game 1, but it is TiuTang Clan first on the board, playing out 4 cards on their turn 1, Darksteel Citadel, Mox Opal, Memnite, and Steel Overseer. Path to Exile takes care of the Overseer, but a lowly Birds of Paradise is the best Mr. Automatic can muster on turn 2, whereas TiuTang Clan explodes with the Master of Ethereum into Vault Scourge, a second Mox Opal sacrificing the first legendary roll into another Vault Scourge. Matter Reshaper is no match for the devastating board presence of TiuTang Clan, whose artifact creatures all have an additional +1/+1 because of the Master of Ethereum. When Galvanic Blast takes care of the Birds of Paradise, leaving Mr. Automatic with 2 lands versus an onslaught of terrifying artifact creatures, they are forced to concede, and we go to Game 2. Mr. Automatic is again on the play for Game 2, and has the first play on turn 2 with Ancient Stirrings, which finds a Yavimaya Coast. TiuTang Clan fires back with Mox Opal and Arcbound Ravager. Eldrazi Temple lets Mr. Automatic cast a turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer, but with the trigger on the stack, Galvanic Blast takes care of the 4/4 Eldrazi. TiuTang Clan then further progresses with a Vault Scourge and Signal Pest, attacking Mr. Automatic down to 18 life. Matter Reshaper into an Engineered Explosives for 2 seemingly puts Mr. Automatic back into decent position, with TiuTang Clan left with only 2 cards. A following attack for 2 before passing the turn back leaves Mr. Automatic feeling good. Eldrazi Displacer finds its way onto the battlefield. This powerful creature looks to wreak havoc. TiuTang manages to find a Gira Aether Grid to swing the game back in their favor. When Engineered Explosives is finally sacrificed, it doesn't manage to cause insane damage as the Arcbound Ravager allows the Signal Pest to grow into a 2/3. Mr. Automatic is able to even up the damage race and even finds another Eldrazi Temple off of Ancient Stirrings. TiuTang Clan once again finds a timely spell in the form of Whip Flare, wiping out Mr. Automatic's creatures. Cranial Plating the follow-up play, but is quickly disposed by another Engineered Explosives for 2, but TiuTang Clan continues the Gira Aether Grid assault, 1 point of damage at a time. Thought-Knot Seer allows Mr. Automatic some pressure, and Drowner of Hope following a Vault Scourge seem to put them way ahead, but the continued artifact attacks, in conjunction with the Gira Aether Grid, continue to whittle away at Mr. Automatic's board and life. Gira Aether Grid continues to take out the Eldrazi spawn, and more artifacts allow TiuTang Clan to continue pinging with the Gira Aether Grid. Another attack leaves TiuTang Clan down to 2, but Mr. Automatic isn't able to find another way to punch through the continued blockers and continuous damage dealt by the grid. While they draw lands, TiuTang manages to find artifact creatures to block and tap for more damage in an extremely close race. The board collapses as the Thought-Knot Seer and Drowner of Hope continue to eat 2 creatures, but the chump blocking and pinging from the grid by TiuTang Clan buys them enough time to find the last artifact they need in the form of an animated Inkmoth Nexus to burn out Mr. Automatic for exact lethal of 2. TiuTang Clan wins the quarterfinal match, 2-0.